Today we're reading in Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 through 3, where it says this. It says, "Now the Lord has said to Abram, go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you. And I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing. And I will bless those who bless you, and him who dishonors you I will curse. And in you all families of the earth shall be blessed." I love Abraham's story. It's super remarkable how God uses someone very unlikely like Abram to accomplish his mission and vision for the world. You see, because Abram was this old guy. Him and his wife hadn't had any kids, and it wasn't looking like they were ever going to. But God shows up and he looks at Abram and he says this promise. He says, "I promise you that I will make you a great nation and you will have descendants. You, Abraham, will have descendants because of what I will do." And then through Abraham, this moment begins to happen. This moment begins to happen where through his line we see this story unfold of how God is calling all people back to him. And through Abram's line, all families are blessed, because then comes Jesus. Years and years and years later, Jesus shows up and he brings reconciliation and hope for everyone. And it was all started with this unlikely guy named Abram. And I think about that for you and I as well. How we are unlikely people who God uses as well. Not in the same way as Abram, of course, but in many other ways. I think of myself, how an unlikely 26-year-old I am, who gets the opportunity to preach God's word, who gets the opportunity to tell others about who he is, who gets the opportunity to serve and lead in his kingdom. And the same could be said for you. How unlikely are you that God still wants to use you? I think that's an amazing and remarkable thing. That God uses unlikely people to do extraordinary things. He used Abram, an unlikely man, to do this extraordinary thing of telling a story of reconciliation and redemption. And he uses people like us to tell other people about that story. All we have to do is be open and willing and ready to lean into what God has for us. And so my hope for you today is that you lean in to a God who makes promises and a God who does remarkable and extraordinary things through unlikely people, as long as those unlikely people are ready and willing to go where he is calling them. So go to where God is calling you this week. Hey, I hope you have a good day.